Welcome to Berry Posh. This is a podcast that will be launching in July, and my name is Valerie Lopez. I am actually not your host, but I am your host today. I am interviewing your host, and her name is Rosie. Say hi.
Hello, hello.
How do you feel?
I feel great.
Good.
I'm in the hot seat.
You
I don't know
really
how I feel
are.
about being on this side, but we'll go with it.
So let me tell you the reason why we are actually here and why I'm actually interviewing her and asking these questions is because I have a 40 before 40 list. And on that list, I put down host a podcast, and she is launching her podcast. So what a better way for you guys to get to know your new host, Rosie, and me to cross something off my list. So I have a list of questions on here that I wanted to ask you so that your viewers can get to know you a little bit better.
All right, let's get into it.
Let's do it. All right, tell me a little bit about Rosie. Who are you?
I am the founder of Berry Posh. We are a branding and marketing agency. So we basically cater to people that have med spas, Pilates studios, makeup artistry, lash artistry, anything in that realm. We are your people. We do branding, website design, automations, anything that's going to make you look good and run smoothly. And right now, I've always been a solopreneur. So right now, one of my biggest goals is to get my agency going. And it's been a little bit of a challenge. Just trying to let go of things. Scaling the business is the ultimate goal. But I am a Leo. My birthday is next month or here coming up when I release this podcast. I love flowers. I love shoes. And I love wine. So just know that gifts are welcome. And that is one of my love languages, by the way.
Nice. We're going to leave a box.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about a normal day in Rosie's life. What does a day look like to you?
I am an early riser. I am up and at the gym by 5 a.m. That is my thing. I love it. You know what? I am the most delightful person in the morning. I'm really happy.
Yeah.
And that's really when I'm the most productive.
Okay.
And I love it. I've always wanted to be the 5 a.m. Always. And the fact that I'm doing it now, it's like a little pat on the back.
Girl, props to you.
I freaking love it.
Prop.
I love it. And weightlifting is my thing. I never thought that I would really enjoy doing that, but I absolutely love it. And then recently I got into running because of you, doing the first 10K. I was like, that I can even finish. I was like, wow, what an accomplishment. And we finished together, which I freaking love that.
Yeah.
And we have photos of that. So we're going to have to share that.
Yes, we do.
I honestly never saw myself as a runner. And I don't think that I am a runner. I go out there and try to just get it done. I enjoy being part of the running club too. And again, I'm a social person. I love being around people. I might not be the most talkative, but I'm always around crowds and just kind of getting to know people. So I really enjoy that part of it. And also golfing. I took that on maybe 2 years ago, but I haven't been really consistent with it. Hopefully in the fall, that's something that I can get more into it. Right now, it's too hot. It's really freaking hot
really
right now.
hot.
That's just something that I've been working on. I'm able to hit the ball now. I can swing and it actually hits the ball, but it needs to go the right direction now. So if anybody wants to help assist out, let me know.
That's so funny. So you are a girl of many talents, obviously. And I do want to say props to you because you are that girl that I look at and I'm like, wow, she is brave. I know that you do a lot of networking events and you go to a lot of solo things by yourself. And I'm like, I strive to be like that girl because I don't think I can just get ready and show up somewhere by myself where you like to socialize and stuff. And I like to socialize. That is brave. For me, that would be very scary. So props to you on that.
Thank you.
So why a podcast?
Well, that was by accident. And that's because of you, Valerie. Okay, let's just be so real. It was really something, one of my clients that I was working on, creating a CRM and creating the processes and flows and all that automations for you. And I wanted to gather data. And I'm like, okay, this is something, one of my goals is to create an online course and let me use you. And then after that, you're going to be my testimonial. And that was my thought process, right? And so when we thought about the testimonial thing, I was like, okay, well, we need cameras, we need this, we need that. So it was more of an interview kind of style. And obviously that took a little bit to come out. When that happened, a lot of changes happened. There was things that were going on with you. There was things that were going on with me. And one thing led to another. And the online course, it was something that I really wanted to launch. And it just completely didn't work out because they upgraded their software from 2.0 to 3.0. So everything that I did was just a complete waste.
Yeah.
And not to say that I didn't take anything with me from that. I learned a lot, along the way. And I had people give me feedback prior to that as far as being on camera, speaking, the quality of the audio and the visual part of it. So I went out and got got the equipment that I needed, which is part of the equipment that I'm using today. I'm looking back and I'm like, okay, it wasn't a complete waste because it led to where we are at now. So we did the interview. We had to redo the interview before the whole launch thing happened. And we ended up doing it at the Round Rock studio, which was the freaking baddest setup was so freaking amazing. And you came in, you gave me your ideas, like, let's do some TikToks, let's do behind the scenes, let's hire someone. So you like really were a true inspiration for what it is now, this podcast, the things that I'm doing, that I'm implementing, because you are so creative. And I just, no, you are like, you're really good.
I feel like I'm terrible.
No, you're amazing. Literally, I'm a sponge. Like, I take information in. So what you did is something that I'm implementing now because it's so entertaining and people love it. And it's different too. I'm putting my own twist to it, but that's really where it all came from, was just, hey, let's redo it again. Perfect. Let's do it. And it was like, honestly, the best decision ever. And from there, I used it on another client. I'm like, she was launching her Pilates business. She was launching the website that I designed for her, like everything that we did. And I said, hey, why don't we launch everything at the same time? People are going to get to know you as a person, who you are. And that did so amazing. And I was like, I freaking love this, you know? So let's go ahead and continue this going, like get this going. So I think that's where everything kind of just shifted for me, because I love being behind the camera, which I never thought that I'd be recording, but also interviewing people's stories and the excitement and the struggles and every little bit, because I'm working with them one-on-one and they tell me everything that's going on. And I'm like, what an amazing story. They're like, Rosie, I freaking cried last night. I was so anxious. I didn't know what to do. This is what happened. And then in front of the camera, they're like, oh my God, everything is great. And people don't get to see those emotions that I get to experience with my clients. So I get to know them more at a personal level. And I love that part of what I do. And I feel like people need to hear more about that, because they only see what we edit. They only see the filters, everything else, and make it look perfect. But behind the scenes, it is totally different.
Coming from, obviously, I can vouch for this because you have assisted me for the past 3 to 4 years now. And also me being an entrepreneur, I feel like everyone that views our life online, whether it be on Instagram or our website or what we put out there, is always perceived to be perfect, or to be perceived to have no struggles, and that they're successful and everything, but they just don't see the challenges that were put behind it. For me, it took me years to get to where I am today, and many, many challenges along the way, even now till this day, the challenges that we go through today. So I feel like it's important to also share those challenges and vulnerabilities and things that people go through to be where they are today, so that those who are thinking about either starting a business or wherever it may be, that they also know that they're not alone going through that, and it's going to take time.
Exactly.
So a podcast, Rosie, if I was your viewer and you are speaking to them today, what can your viewers expect from this podcast?
I really want them to take something with them that they can implement in their business, in their personal life, and hopefully be able to just really enjoy the conversations that we have. I'm hoping to build a community of people that they can gravitate towards and maybe connect with some of the people that come on that I interview. But most of all, basically just hopefully just learn something from it. Everybody says things differently, words things differently. Even when I listen to different podcasters and they have, what would you say, topics, but one just kind of hits a little different, So I'm hoping to be able to at least reach some of those people that they can learn from and get something out of it.
For the people that you are interviewing, the plan for Berry Posh, are you planning on doing just entrepreneurs in general? Is there a specific area that you're leading towards? Tell me a little bit about who we're going to be having here at Berry Posh.
I do cater mostly to people that are in the beauty industry, like med spas and also wellness as well, like Pilates. So anybody that's esthetician, makeup artistry, lash artistry, any of those type of industry, that is who I cater to mostly. Not to say I'm not open to others, but that's really where I'm focusing at this moment. And if something else was to open up, then I'm open to it. But as of right now, that is who I cater to.
I think it's really cool that you are thinking about starting this podcast and speaking about small businesses, especially women-owned businesses, not to take take away from people or male figures that open up businesses, because I feel like it's challenging within itself. But it's just, we're girls, and we are a community that like try to lift up local vendors and local industries. And it's good that we talk about like some of the challenges that we all go through starting a business from the ground up and getting it to where it is profitable or successful. And just having people listen in gives them the opportunity to know they're not alone. And maybe someone who you have on here shares something that might help them or give them tools to work through their empire that they're building. And so I am really happy that you decided to do something like this. So obviously you listen to podcasts. What kind of podcasts do you like to listen to?
Mostly anything has to do with mindset. Right now, I'm really into Dr. Joe Dispenza. It's all about like your thoughts, your emotions, that shapes your reality. So I feel like that is so huge for me at this moment because I'm so big on manifestation. And I know that sounds like very like woo-woo. I love anything that has to do with that because as an entrepreneur, you don't have a team cheering you on, okay? You don't have anybody saying, you got this, girl. Like, I need someone to tell me that. I need to hear it in the morning. That's how I start my mornings. I listen to podcasts. I listen to anything that has to do with getting ready for the day because I feel like it really sets the tone. I like to listen to, Diaries of a CEO, Emma with Aspire. She's amazing because she interviews like a lot of founders and, what their routine looks like, their lifestyle and all that. Because I'm like, in order for you to be successful, like they have to be doing something, differently. What can I implement in my life to maybe make it easier or something that I can get out of it? Like too hot take.
Yeah, all the gossipy stuff.
It's entertainment, right? You need to like mix it up. I like a little fun, I like to mix things up. Not everything has to be a lesson, but that's just a few.
I really like that. I like Jay Shetty too. I love Jay Shetty. I feel like he's just like brings so much peace. Like his voice, just like
his
so peaceful.
Aura, and then his eyes are very soft.
So beautiful.
It's like
so beautiful. Yeah, he just brings so much peace into my life.
Just makes sense.
He just like asks the right questions too. Like especially when it comes to like healing, like healing in your life and healing journey. I feel like it's such a beautiful thing. Okay, are we able to take you back to like childhood? Are we good with those questions? Are we like baby Berry?
I don't know. Hold on.
Like a little more wine. Can we hit baby Berry?
As long as my eyes don't start getting small. You're like, bro, open your eyes.
You're good. Take a little sip. Okay, let's take you back to baby Berry. Tell me a little bit about your childhood, your upbringing, your past.
Well, I was a bit of a tomboy. I'm just kidding.
And those here?
I know. Can you believe it? Well, okay, so I have two brothers. One's older, the other one's younger. I'm the middle child, and you know what they say about middle children? We're a little bit of a mess, okay? But we're, a little bit of both worlds. We're organized, but we're not organized. We got it together, but we kind of don't. We're right there in the middle, okay? So that was interesting. My mom, growing up, she was very strict. She wanted to make sure that we stayed busy. And so growing up, we were in karate. I did a little bit of softball.
Oh my God.
I know. Can you imagine me doing softball?
I mean, I can. I feel like you're a woman of all trades. Like you.
I tried it and I didn't like it because you got really dirty.
You do a lot. I didn't believe that.
I was like, that was not my thing. But karate was fun because I got to like get in the ring or whatever you want to call it in the mat with my brother, and that was fun.
The tomboy thing, I can't believe.
Yes.
Because I always see you in your heels, girl, and you're just like a boss ass bitch. No. But like, I can see you dipping your toes in a lot of different little activities. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, we would ride our bikes in the neighborhoods. There was a creek behind our house, and we would go out there like after school, and we would just play in the river. Like, it was just so much fun growing up with brothers. And obviously, it came with this challenge. I have a lot of stories with my brothers. Oh my God, getting picked on. But that's a whole other topic right there.
That's another podcast.
That's another podcast. So I was involved in a lot of things. My mom was a true believer in just staying busy and staying out of trouble. I think that's what's her biggest mission, is just like stay out of trouble. Don't hang out with the bad kids, whatever that meant, As a kid, she was like, who's her parents? Who they are? Like, do I know them? Like, what does it matter? But as an adult, it's like, I get it.
You get it now.
I get it.
Yeah. Do you feel like that it made you want to do more bad things? Like,
oh
not
yeah,
being able to do it. You're like, okay, I'm gonna be sneaky.
Yes, because I'm like, but why? She was very strict. She was definitely the person running the show. My dad was chill. He was more laid back, which was an interesting dynamic growing up. But I didn't have that affection, that lovey-dovey, like, oh, mija, like, how's it going? This and that. Now that my mom's older now, it's different. But it's even now, it's a little awkward sometimes. And I'm like, you were not like this growing up. You were like strict. So like, what are you talking about? But things changed
Yeah,
and it's a little different.
Mhm.
It's interesting. But she always wanted to make sure that I had the skills to make it through life. And she wanted to make sure I was a tough girl. And you make sure that you have your shit together
Yeah.
because you don't want to depend on anyone else for that.
Mhm.
So that was her role in my life. I don't know if that really answered the question, but
Yeah.
anyways, I was involved in a lot of things. And one of them, I was part of Ballet Folklorico because my mom, she was part of the organization called Hispanic Parents in Action. So she was very well known in the community, especially in the Hispanic community. And she grew that organization. And obviously, I was right there, right along with her and volunteering and singing. So that's basically what I did.
Singing?
Yeah, I never did the dancing, but I did the singing.
Oh.
So
You're gonna have to like sing for us, Rosie.
Oh my gosh.
Sing for
Let me
us.
drink some more.
Drink some more wine. I'm gonna take my shoes off and get really comfy
Get
here because
comfortable,
we're
girl.
about to dig in.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh. Should I get comfortable too?
I'm
Let
gonna
me
get
let
real
me
comfy up in here.
let me get myself
My
a
little
pin.
toes showing over here.
They're cute though. I love your toes.
I got
though.
a pedicure just for today. So a singer, eh? No, I'm gay.
Yes.
Okay.
Can you believe that? I was really shy growing up, actually. I wasn't that girl that had all the friends and the popular girl. I was a girl in the corner, very quiet. And yes, I was friends with people, but it was like, oh, you're like, oh, she's sweet. So everybody says hi to you. But you're not like, hey, girl, come on over. Let's go, let's go do this. Let's go do that. Like, I was not that girl. I was really shy.
I don't believe that. That's because I like know Rosie today, and the Rosie I know today goes to like networking events by herself. And I feel like that is like totally brave because I would never do that.
Yeah.
And you make friends so quickly. You come in, and I base this off even the running group. When you just like come in with us on the running group and you don't know them, but you automatically like become BFF right away. Like not necessarily like letting people into your personal life like that, but like you talk to them and you get to know them and like right away. And it's like, I think that's just something that not a lot of people like have to like just be able to like hold a conversation and talk to people so naturally and organically. So I don't believe the shy part, but I get it. I used to be really shy too. And now you can't shut me up, especially if you give me coffee. Like I'm always talking.
Girl, you have a whole team though. Like you work with a lot of people and I think you're such a great leader. So I do admire that about you. You have a team, you build it because you know how hard it is to like work with people and have a team. So I'm like, God, that's freaking badass.
It's still really challenging. I'm not gonna lie. I have a really great team and a really great community like behind it, but socializing and just talking to many of our clients it can be challenging and exhausting. But that's a whole other podcast as well. So we're interviewing you today. Okay, so tell me a little bit about like the upbringing and how your mom raised you to be this independent, strong individual, how it made who you are today and how it molded you to be today.
I think as a parent or as a mom to a girl, you always want to make sure that she has it together because you don't ever want to depend on a man for whatever reason. Whatever they've gone through, whatever the case may be, you want to be in a better position to where you're not with someone because you need them financially or you need them for something, So because of that mindset, you don't let just anyone into your life when it comes to a man, right? And I think that has been a challenge for me in a relationship because I do a lot of things by myself. Even being the only girl, I spend a lot of time by myself, even till this day. And having someone else be part of your life, that is already very challenging. And then you have the mindset growing up like, hey, you need to do this on your own. You need to be able to do that or whatever. Like, don't ever depend on anyone else, which I understand that part of it. But it has been hindering in my relationships because that's the mindset that I have. But I understand where that came from. That's like old school thinking. Like that's, you get married, you have kids and you stick with that person forever. My parents are still together till this day, but it's just, I've seen both sides. Parents that stayed together regardless of whatever, or parents that split because they decided to, whatever the case may be. Everybody has their own reasons. I think that's one of the things that has been challenging, but also has shaped me who I am today is like, you gotta do stuff on your own. You motivate yourself, you figure it out, you make it happen. And that's that.
I think I have said this to you a couple of times. I do associate you and categorize you as, I say this respectfully, a boss ass bitch. And I say that because you act very quickly on task, on things that you have put your mind to. And I know that like when we chatted about having a podcast or even chatted about like having your own online training and all of those things, you talked about it, and it just, next thing you know, you were putting it into play like right away. And it takes a very, should I say, a lot of determination and a lot of strength in doing something and putting it into play right away, because it's very easy for us to just be like, oh, I don't feel like doing that right now. So for you to say something that you want to do and then put it into play, it's not easy. That's why a lot of people hold back on doing a lot of things that they want to do in their life. So I take my hat off for you for all of those things that you do. And I know that maybe the way that mom put you into all of these things and keeping you busy and doing things that like that is a part of like that growth as well. But I can also see the side where you feel that it can get in the way of some relationships, whether it be romantically or your friendship relationships or anything like that. Do you feel like it impacts you negatively at all?
I wouldn't say negatively, but it's been challenging because it's one of the things you have to be conscious about that you pick up on yourself. But obviously, it takes for you to be with a partner that communicates like, hey, I see that you're not communicating with me, or what's going on, and why are you holding back, or this, whatever the case may be, because I always learn to just deal with it on my own and not actually tell somebody like I need help.
Yeah.
So I've always been the person that I'll figure it out. I will do it instead of asking for help.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to have a partner and just feel like you can't ask them for anything, but you can, because if somebody was to come to me like, hey, I need this, I'll be like, yeah, I got you. Like, what do you need?
Yeah.
But it also takes the right person too to like make you feel comfortable as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think sometimes we say, this is just how I've been brought up. This is who I am. But I feel like when the right person comes, you're so much at peace and you're so comfortable in this relationship that that you feel safe enough to just let go of some of that.
Right.
And just be a combined relationship. So, okay, cool. Actually, you know what? Tell me about your first job. What did you do first? What was your first job?
Okay, shout out to my mom because she had the hookup. So it was an office job. Okay. I was working for the Georgetown School District in the central office doing office work. I always loved doing office work. I like my little stapler,
Yeah, I know.
file the little papers away.
So all the stationery
I
stuff.
loved all that. And part of it was because I always was around computers. When my mom introduced computers to me, I was like, what is this? What's the internet? What is all this? And I also took the courses in high school where you learn Microsoft Word, Excel, and all that. So that, honestly, that is really what helped me kind of like stand out from any of my jobs, because they're like, oh, you know how to do this? I'm like, yeah. And it's always been one of my things. Like, I love learning like new software, applications, all that. Like, I'm such a geek for that. I love it, which probably is why I do what I do now, obviously. But yeah, that was the first job that I got. One of the ladies that was helping with the organization, she said, we're looking for somebody part-time to come and work and do office work. So that was the first thing that I did. That was my first job.
When you had your first job, like, what was your plan? Like, when you were teenage Berry, let's go to teenage Berry now. When you were a teenager, what did you want to do? Like, what was it that you wanted to do?
I wanted to own a tanning salon.
Okay.
Or at a tanning salon, and I was always so freaking tanned, and it was so easy because it was like, if you think about it now, I was like, I should have just gone for it, but I didn't have a plan. It was just here in my head.
Yeah.
But what I liked about it, it was like, it's easy money. You just buy the machines, people lay in them, they get a membership, and it's like reoccurring income that would come in. You just need to find someone that goes in there and cleans, sanitizes, and you're good to go. So it's actually like not a bad business, but you got to have like a plan. You got to have money. And I didn't have money or a plan.
Yeah. Also, like, laying in beds, I feel like also is now more like spray tan today.
Yeah.
Because like laying in beds, I know with like all the health things and the skin cancer stuff, like we're talking 90s, lay in bed. I know some people still do it, but I know that it's like a little less popular trend or whatever it may be.
We didn't even want to lay there for that long. Now we want like instant gratification.
Yeah, everywhere.
Yes.
Like sunscreen, like every hour and stuff. So everyone's just a little more cautious about like their health and their skin and everything a little bit more today. So, but that was so cool. Okay, so what next? Like, what got from tanning salon to what you started doing?
Well, I will tell you this, that I always knew that I wanted to have my own business at an early age. I already knew that. What I was going to do, I was clueless, but I was going to be an entrepreneur.
Did you ever work for somebody? Like, did you ever have a boss, or did you know right away, like, I'm going to be an entrepreneur and I'm going to test here until you got where you are today? Or like, did you work for a company where you had a boss and like?
I always had a boss. And I think for me was like, I'm like that person that I'm a hard worker. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because people say, oh, hard workers, you're doing a little too too much or whatever. You're always going to be underpaid, which I was. So I think that's kind of where everything led to. I'm like, if I'm going to be working so hard, I'm going to work for myself.
Yeah.
You know, it just makes more sense.
Fact.
And I'm going to have the freedom to do whatever I want to do. Obviously, that's not always, you do have the freedom, but you also have to plan for that freedom.
And you have to be strict on yourself.
Exactly.
In order to,
it's a little different.
It's
and you
different.
know what? It's all about changing your mindset from working from a 9-to-5 job and being an entrepreneur. That shift is so hard. It's like going from iPhone to Android.
Yeah.
It's a whole different ecosystem. You're a completely different person. You're on a different planet.
Yeah.
So you run your own show, and that is very tough. I didn't realize how hard it was.
It is. It's really hard. And I think also like what's very challenging is the fact that like when you own a business, you're having to learn a lot of new things, including learning how to like manage your time, learning how to be your own boss, learning how to be strict with your disciplined with yourself.
Exactly.
Learning how to run it in general, accounting, all of that stuff. So it's very challenging for sure. Okay, so we are past teenage Berry, and teenage Berry knew that she wanted to work for herself. What was the first business that you started?
Oh my God, you're going to laugh. Okay, I'm going to tell you the name of it.
Okay.
It was called Glamming Glitz Creation.
Glamming Glitz Creation. Okay.
I always had an eye for decorating. I was a very visual person. So I was like, let me be a party decorator.
Okay.
So that was the first thing that came to my mind. I love to be crafty. I love to be crafty. Now that I'm like thinking back, I'm like, oh my God, I loved all that kind of stuff. It's been a while, but that's how I started. And it's funny because I was actually working for the city of Round Rock, and one of my friends, her daughter was going to have a quinceañera. And I guess because she knew that I was all into decorating, crafty, whatever, she was like, can you design her quinceañera invitation? And I was like, me? I was like, okay, cool, whatever. So of course, the next thing I know, I'm like, what software do I need to be able to design? And that's where it all started.
And you start like investigating and everything.
Yeah. And I learned Photoshop. That was the first software that I learned how to use. And I started designing invitations. From there, it led me to create more invitations and sell them on Etsy. And that's kind of where everything started.
And you were still working full time at this time?
I was. So I loved it. I would get off of work and I would go straight to my computer, and I would be on my computer till like midnight, just designing and just coming up with new designs and putting it out there and selling them on Etsy. Like when I first made my first sale, I was like, oh my God, like people love they pay me for this. And that really opened the doors for me.
Okay. As an entrepreneur, what were some of the biggest challenges for you?
Mindset.
Okay.
Just shifting, just believing in yourself, just going for it, just taking a risk. That was a challenge all within itself. Being around the right people, having structure, having a routine. Like those are things that, some of the things that I didn't implement until now. Like it makes sense why there's a 9-to-5 job. Like I get it because it kind of keeps you structured. And for me, now that I kind of made those changes in my life, how I want things to run, it's like, okay, this is the time I go to the gym. This is the time that I focus on my clients and when I have meetings and all that. That took me a while because I was all over the place. I was like, if my friend called me, she's like, hey, let's go have lunch.
Yeah.
What are you doing? I was always down because I was by myself working in my office. And I'm like, I just want to be around people.
Yes, I feel you on that so hard. Like, I feel you on that. Till this day, I mean, I've been running my business now for a little over about 10 years or so. And still till this day, I really find it hard to just put my phone on D&D. And like every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I work admin from this day to this time and this time. Because no, it's scattered everywhere till this day. And I'll like have to send emails at 1 o'clock in the morning because if I didn't do the morning shift, then I'm doing the night shift.
Right.
So it is definitely really hard for sure, the structure of it. So with those challenges, let's go back to when you said mindset and believing in yourself. Can we elaborate a little bit more? Was there a moment in your life where we went through that?
Okay, well, I want to add to that.
Okay.
Boundaries. That's one thing I was like looking for the word. I'm like, what was it that I struggled so much? And it was boundaries with my clients.
Okay.
Because I'm a people pleaser. Okay. I want them to love what I do, and I want them to, they're paying for it. It's an honor. Like you picked me. I want it to be perfect. Right. And having boundaries was the biggest struggle challenge for me. Okay. If somebody didn't like something, girl, I could not sleep that night. I would lose sleep. I was like, but why? Like, oh my God, you know, they don't like it and this and that. Now I'm like, it's fine. I asked myself, did you do everything that you could have done?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Was there something that you could have done differently? Okay. Yeah. All right. Take note and keep it moving. You can't please everybody. It's okay. Also, taking phone calls, people just messaging me whenever they wanted to message me or anything like that. When I bring them on board, I'm saying, okay, these are my hours. This is what I work. You can message me anytime. If I don't respond to you, I'll message you by this time. I set all those ahead of time, all expectations and everything ahead of time, so they know, like, hey, you can reach out to me, but this is when you're going to expect to hear from me.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going out of town, but I will get back to you. I always let them know ahead of time. So it's just all those little things that I have to do ahead to make sure that it's just communication.
Of course.
You know?
And I think as a consumer and clients, like in general, just want to feel like they want to feel safe.
Yeah.
With what they have
Of
and what
course.
their investment is. But at the same time, as entrepreneurs and as business owners and as human beings, we also have to be respected about our personal time and our time in general. And I think that is a really hard thing for a lot of people to talk about because they feel like it can hurt them. But at the same time, just like everybody has 9 to 5 and after 5, they expect to clock out and not be bothered.
Right.
It's the same thing like for us as individuals. It's like we have office hours as well. And again, it's a really hard, sometimes a really challenging topic or a sensitive topic to like talk about. But in reality, like everyone that is behind that email that you're getting is a human being.
Right.
Who also has a household and a family and kids and all that good stuff. So boundaries is a big thing for sure.
Huge for everyone because they will take calls at any time. Even my clients, I'm like, the people that I work with, they're always freaking out and stressed out. I have to answer them right away. I'm like, you need to stop that because you have a partner and you need to set those times, those boundaries with your client. Just say, hey, if you don't hear from me tonight, I will call you tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
And it's going to be okay. Part of the things that I do with my clients is like setting up those automations because I'm like, if they submit an inquiry, the client or the potential, client, they're going to receive immediately like, thank you for submitting it. We will get back to you within 48 hours. And they're going to know at the time like, okay, cool. That's all I needed to hear. That's it.
Yeah.
So my clients, they're able to go on with their lives. They know that things are being answered without them being actually behind the computer doing every single task.
Yeah.
And those are the things that I help with. So just letting you know.
Yes, she automates everything for me. So we've set boundaries with clients and we've gone through our challenges of being an entrepreneur. And now teenage Berry is adult Berry and has her own little company. Was there ever a time in your life where you felt stuck in your profession or identity?
All the time, girl, until this day.
Elaborate.
It's never ending. What are you talking
Elaborate.
about? Okay, so yes, because you always feel like, am I even good enough for this? Like, who do I think I am? It's like you envision yourself to be a certain kind of way, and it's more internal work that we're doing the entire time. As an entrepreneur, you're going to be working on yourself more than you ever think you will be. Like, it is going to be internal work. It's going to be challenging because it's all you. It's your reputation. It's your business. It's not like you're working for somebody, and if it doesn't work well, it's like, you know what?
It's on them.
It's
like
on
their
them.
name.
I'm going to move on. I'll find me another job. Everything's good. I can start fresh.
Yeah.
And it's all good. Nobody knows anything.
Yeah.
And this is different because this is something that you work so hard for. You go to bed late. You're stressing. You're crying about. I've cried so many times. And this was at the very beginning because I didn't know how to handle certain situations. I even got like a mentor just to help me with the boundaries.
Yeah.
And being able to talk to my clients. And I think back and I'm like, oh my God. Like,
it's so funny because I feel like at the back of our mind, we know this stuff.
Yes.
But like it takes for somebody else to like really
kind of like push you.
really talk to us about it and say, this is why you feel this way. And it's okay to feel this way. And it's okay to do this. So yes. What about identity?
Yes.
Your identity. Was there ever a moment in time where you have felt stuck in your identity? Like, who am I? Like, what am I doing?
Yeah, absolutely. I just felt like there was moments that I'm like, am I even worthy of this? Like where I want to go, what I want to do, or any of that, like what I have envisioned for myself, where I want to be. And I'm like, thinking back now, I'm like, hell yeah, you got this. It's a very different mindset, but you have to work through those things. And I think it's by achieving something, you're building that confidence within yourself.
Yeah.
And it takes a little bit to get there. Some people can zoom through it really quickly. It's just who they are and it just happens for them fast. For others, like myself, it takes a little bit longer. I feel like I'm like little baby steps.
Yeah.
Little baby steps. But I eventually get there. I just wish I would just kind of be like, I got this. Let's just do this. If it doesn't work, we'll figure it out as we go. And so now I feel like that's where I'm at now. I'm like, screw it. We'll see where we go. If it doesn't work out, not a big deal. We'll just pivot.
So what does success look like to you?
Being able to do what you love and make a living off of it. And for me is having the ability to be able to create my own schedule, to have have the time to go visit my parents, visit family and friends. If I want to travel, if I want to do something, I'm able to have the flexibility to do that. And basically just doing what you love, that is success to me. I think that is the place that I always wanted to be. And be happy with yourself, be proud of yourself, be confident, and know that whatever you decide to do, you're going to be okay.
I love that. I always say that happiness is the answer to a lot of things, whether it be success, whether it be rich, whether it be anything else that other people are like looking for. As long as you're happy, you've already won. And happy looks different for a lot of people.
Yeah.
It can mean something different to a lot of people. So I very much agree with your response that you're happy in where you are in life and happy with what you are doing. And that, not a lot of people, though, get that opportunity to have that. I would associate it with a luxury for sure, that we have the ability to do things like this, because I feel like a lot of people don't have the means or the ability to do it. And that's why I said happiness looks different for a lot of people. But I hope and I know that what you are building here can help those who are looking for the tools to create something that will make them happy, create a world that makes them happy. And I hope that they are able to get something for sure out of this. And I look forward to listening to that.
Yeah.
If you could change anything in your life, past or present, that would make things easier for you through this journey, what would that be?
Move faster. If you have an idea, go for it. If it fails, fuck it. Keep moving.
I love that.
And who cares what people think? Keep going and just keep showing up for yourself every single day, for yourself only.
Facts. I think that is one of the biggest roots of discouragement and delay when someone is trying to build something, is the fear of failure and the fear of not being good enough is like what holds everyone back from doing what they want to do.
Exactly.
And I think instead of us associating things with failure as seeing that as a negative thing, seeing it more as a positive thing. I tried. At least I tried. And it takes a lot of bravery for someone to try something. At least I tried. And if it didn't work, at least I did that. So we always associate failure with such a negative, because it's such a negative word and there's like such a big stigma with it. So yeah, so I definitely think that when you interviewed me, same thing with me on why it took me so long to get to like where I am today. It's because I always compared myself to people.
Right.
Or I always thought I wasn't good enough, or why we fear raising prices is because I'm not good enough and things like that. So I hope that, that when they hear this, you guys just go with it, for
Just
sure.
do it.
Okay, we're going to get personal again really quickly, Miss Berry, because I already went through all my cards over here on a professional level. We're going to take it
We're gonna freestyle?
We're going to freestyle now.
Oh, I love this.
Okay, we touched on the topic of your upbringing, and we touched about like how you are an independent boss bitch, which we all know because you're a woman of all trades. Do we have someone in your life currently, or anyone in particular, like a partner? Take me to your personal life. Are we dating? What are we doing?
We're taking applications right now, preferably W-2.
So not 1099s, people.
You know what? I need the opposite from
me.
me. I need the opposite. Okay. Can you relate to me though?
I mean, I can see why the security part, like why it would be a little like, I'm also like, okay, so listen, as an entrepreneur myself, when I got with my husband for like the first 3 years, I was still working full time. I was not making a profit in my business whatsoever. Naturally, when you start the business, you don't make a profit for a while, right? And one of my biggest fears when we had the sit down talk of going full time was there is no security. There is no security. There's no insurance. What if I have a bad month? How am I going to pay rent? How am I, or mortgage or anything like that? In the conversation I had with him, he was my safe net. He was my backup. He sat me down. He was like, you need to go full time. I am your backup. That's why I'm here. Because if anything does fail or anything doesn't go through, I'm here.
Right.
So I can see why that would be a thing, but also we're a little bit older. What we're looking for needs to be like, we need to make sure, like we need to make sure that we are comfortable, that we're not going to mommy anyone, anything like that. So I can see that part. So the 1090, the W-2 for sure. Like at least I need to know that I'm safe.
Right.
Well, you know what I mean? But I can see that for sure.
Yes. You know what?
Let's elaborate.
That's not the only reason. I do want a partner. I want companionship. I know exactly what I'm looking for. And I just need someone that will have my back, basically. And and that's it. Like, I love to work. I love to do what I do. I'm doing this or working a side hustle, whatever the case may be, I'm always going to be doing something.
Yeah.
I can never be the person that stays at home and lounges on a chair and watches TV or goes shopping and spending money. Like, that is just not my thing. Like, I want to be productive.
Yeah.
So just know that I'm going to stay busy, okay?
I think to be specific, what you're looking for is support.
Yes.
Like support in like different, in like not like to be supported, support.
Exactly.
Support on you being a businesswoman, being a CEO of a company, support on the fact that they're going to not weigh that down, but support it in a positive way and like growing and aligning together. And also the fact that he has his own thing going on.
Right.
And that he has his own work that he's doing and that you know that you're not going to have to support
Yeah, that's
financially
it.
in them. Like you guys are two supportive people coming together.
Exactly. That's all I need.
Yeah.
All I'm looking for.
Yes. And I think always like when people think support, they always think supported. And that's just, it's not always like that.
No,
For
it's
sure.
not always like that.
Yeah. Okay. So we're dating.
I am dating.
We're dating. Okay. Great.
Yeah.
How's that going? How's dating life?
You know what? I'm going to say something. Mindset is everything. Okay.
Yeah.
It's everything because, well, when I first got into the dating scene, I was like just a little uptight. I was like, well, there's not consistency, blah, 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 blah. Like I was a little uptight. I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
And that can scare some people off. What I realized is that you got to just chill and enjoy and let them just take you out and have a good time and get to know them. And whoever keeps showing up consistently and wanting to plan dates with you, you just keep it moving.
Yeah.
If nothing happens, then nothing happens. And that's it. Instead of like being all hung up on one person.
Yeah.
And I'm actually having a good time. It's
fun. I would not know what to do dating.
I think you would.
I've been in my relationship for 13 years, very happily, by the way. And I think what's important is knowing what you want, but also being yourself. Like just being so naturally yourself and having fun in the moment.
Absolutely.
I think in that, like from every aspect, everyone wants to ensure that things aren't just fake and filtered and that everything is just natural. Even down to this podcast, I feel like us putting this together is so that everyone can get to know like who you are on a more personal level as opposed to just seeing like your first episode coming out with you interviewing somebody. Let's get to know who the interviewer is first. And I think that's why we're here today.
Well, I love that you brought up that idea because I was like, it's freaking perfect. Like it just makes sense because a year from today or this month, that's when I interviewed you. It was around June time. So now it's like full circle. We're here. You're interviewing me now. I love the idea of you doing it, being the first person. And I'm like, duh, like it just makes sense.
I'm just such a talker. And I'm not going to lie, I haven't been talking as much because you're the spotlight here.
Well,
I want everyone to get to know Rosie.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time and coming out here, and I always enjoy your company and conversations that we have. We're always bouncing ideas off of each other.
This podcast won't be about relationships, but I really wanted everybody to get to know Rosie on a personal level and get to know what to expect on here. To finish this podcast today, I want to say thank you so much for letting me be here and letting me be the one to interview you. And I feel like this is again a full circle and this was so much fun and I'm super, super proud of you and all that you've created. And I truly admire you and just your work ethic and everything you do. So I want you to know that. And I just want you to close up this podcast today and letting your viewers know when you will be launching and what to expect during that launch.
Okay, perfect. So, well, thank you again for interviewing me. It is a full circle and I really enjoyed sitting here with you and you did amazing. But what you can expect, well, we're launching the month of July and I want to bring this to all entrepreneurs that are in the beauty or fitness industry, anyone that's just an entrepreneur, period. I feel like you can get something out of this, whether you are looking for someone to connect with that's in your industry, wanting to learn something from them. I hope that you're able to take something with you, like you said, any tools or anything that you can get from this, definitely that is the main goal, is to bring that to everyone, my audience. That's really what this is going to be all about.
Thank you so much, Rosie, again for having me and letting me do this. I get to cross something off my list. I'm so excited and I'm so proud of you and everything you've built. And I cannot wait for this launch and I cannot wait to see who's going to be on here. If you are local in the Austin area and you're an entrepreneur and you want to be on that seat and have Rosie interview you, she's going to have a link below so that you can fill out like a questionnaire and she'll reach out to you for that. Aside from that, thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching this episode.
Yes,
I'm
thank
really
you
again
so much.
Congratulations. So excited for you.
Yes.
We did it. Oh, we got a toast.
Oh, yeah.
We got a toast.
Cheers.
See?